What's up, guys? Ryan here with Aaron Overhead Doors, and we came out to Las Vegas to visit the IDA EXPO, which is the International Door Association. Every 2 years they have this big show and all over the country, and some of the greatest products are released here. So we're going to take you around to some of the booths and show you some of the latest, greatest, newest innovation that's happening in the garage door industry so you can stay on top of it. I have found the most expensive garage door in the entire world. This is a custom door that's literally a piece of art. They take 40 hours of man hours to make this door, and each one's unique and custom to your order. So there's not ever going to be two that are identical, which is amazing. So if you're into art and you happen to be into garage doors like I am, this is the perfect door. But this is the most expensive garage door on the market. Check it out. Hey guys, Ryan here with the CEO of Armorlight, which is, in my opinion, the best garage door, glass garage door in the industry. And one real cool feature that I want to show you guys is they've built a man door that works really well in a full view glass door, which is amazing. I want Shannon to tell a little bit about this door, and can you share with us how this door works and what are some of the height and width restrictions?
Okay, a lot of good questions. So the maximum width that we can do this door in is 10 feet wide and up to at least 14 high, so no problem there. We can also do it 8 feet wide, 8 feet high, so it's a pretty good range there.
And it's ADA compliant.
It is ADA compliant, so as you can see from the threshold, you can easily wheel a wheelchair through there, no problems. You can buy it with the panic door to meet your code, whatever you have, whatever demands the local code requires.
And it's just like a regular man door. We have a closer up here that can close the door automatically, which is great. And so this is a great application for commercial or residential. So you can put this in a residence or you can put it in a commercial application.
You have a video loop here that shows a very high-end residential application. And the homeowner is actually a builder in Texas, and he has our faceted aluminarc top, but he wanted a pass door, and so it was especially challenging to make this in a custom design. And he actually sent me a video, which we have in our loop, and he told me that he would be happy to give a testimonial because they love their door and they use it every day.
Well, it's because you build the best door in the industry. No one builds a glass door. And here's the thing, as a garage door business owner, it's not just about the door. It's so much more. It's about the customer service, the logistics, and no one does that better from beginning to end with communication, the quality of the door, and then like shipping. Most manufacturers, they can build a great door, but they have a really hard time with the logistics and just the customer service and communication and follow through. And then if something were to go wrong, like the ownership, and if you buy an Armorlight, if something goes wrong, I know you're going to take care of it. I've got her cell phone number. We've built a friendship. This is a wonderful woman who builds an amazing business, and she's going to back up everything that she does with 100%. So I know people are going to ask me this question when we're selling this door. I've already been asked. How do you prevent this from being an issue when the door's in operation?
Another good question, and if you want, I can show you.
Yeah.
So we have a pass door interlock here.
Okay.
We can send it pre-wired from the factory. So that essentially what happens is if I'm walking through the door and my husband hits the wall button, not realizing I'm opening the door, it's going to interrupt the circuit and have the operator pause and not be active. So that safety device is essential on any door with a pass door. So that's what we do on every door that we make here. We do offer that, the pre-wiring, and it's nice. It's a real low profile contact. It looks great. You don't know it's there, but it's there when you need it.
Yeah. So it's an interlock system that essentially just knows when the door is open and closed and then prevents the door from opening with the operator. It ties into the operator.
Correct.
So if you press the button and it doesn't recognize that the door is closed, then it won't open, right? And then if it is closed, so it's still literally just a sensor that tells the operator that it should operate or should not operate. So pretty straightforward. Give me some applications that you've done this door in I know we've done one for you, but give us some use cases. Where's this door really thrive?
The origination of this door was it solved a real estate problem. So let's take Manhattan. Every space is at a premium. So people have to decide, do I want to have a door, an overhead door to bring my sculptures in and out? Or do I want to have an entrance door? Well, now they don't have to decide. They can actually, in their small space, if that's what they have, they can have both. And that was the origin of it. Architects begged us, we need a solution for this problem. And so we started developing it. And here we are.
I'm glad you brought up architects because I'm starting to see ArmorLite more and more on architectural, and you guys are making a big push for that right now, right?
Yes, we are.
So tell me a little bit about your vision for that.
The vision is we have a continuing education program for architects so they can keep their license up to date by getting those credits and staying up on what's coming out in the market, essentially.
The innovation, because this is pretty innovative in my opinion.
It is, yes. And a lot of good ideas come from architects, but most of our great ideas come from you, the dealer installer. And we welcome that feedback. So if something doesn't exist in the market, we encourage our dealers, call us, ask us. We may be able to invent it for you. And we kind of thrive on that. It's fun.
Yeah. So as a dealer who constantly goes to homes where other dealers say it can't be done, you want to be with a partner like this, because our very first project, I think with you guys, or one of the very first projects, was a custom project where they had a really difficult situation, and then we needed like a window that matched the door, and the window was going to be stationary, but it was an interior designer, had a beautiful situation, and the combination of your door with a Somer won the job for us. And that was huge, and I love that project. That project alone had 6 other dealers come out and say it couldn't be done with everything that was needed. But the cool thing about it is that interior designer has referred us out many times, and we've won a ton of jobs. And then she moved and recently installed another door from us on her new home, which is super cool. So I don't know if you're willing to share, but I know you're up to something, right? And so if you don't want to share, you don't have to. But you're working on something big, some certifications and some wind load stuff.
Yes.
Can you share some of that now, or you want to hold out?
Well, you pretty much are up to speed on this, but this door that we have on display over here is our WZ3D.
Okay.
And as you can tell, she's a beauty, but she's also a beast.
Yeah.
So she has tested so far an 18 wide, 16 high, tested 55 PSF wind load, and did large missile impact testing and passed. So we have more testing that's happening. That's the next phase, and that's all I'm allowed to say right now. But
it just sounds like this thing's almost indestructible.
It's pretty amazing, and in our film loop, you'll have to check it out. There is a loop that actually shows this product being tested. And a funny story, we didn't have the extrusions back from the anodizer, so we actually cut the door that came back from the lab.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh, that's funny.
We cut it apart and made this. So if you look closely, you can see the dents where it took the beating, but it's good enough to display.
Yeah. I kind of feel like a corny joke's coming on because it sounds like our military should go into war with this in front. Is that right?
It could be good for that, yes.
There's my corny joke for the day.
I like that.
All right, so if you're looking for a full view glass door, I always recommend ArmorLite as the first choice. It's got a welded aluminum frame. As I mentioned before, it's run really well, great customer service, fast turnaround, and you get a 20-year warranty on the frame. So they have lots of custom options. So if you're looking for something extremely custom, they're also the right choice. If you want this and you're in the Southeast, contact Aaron Overhead Doors. We install and sell ArmorLite doors. All right, I'm here at the Carriage House display booth here at IDA, and they have a new product that's available now. It's thermally modified ash, and I wish I could tell you exactly what that means, but it's absolutely beautiful. So this product can be modified to look a lot of different ways. It's manufactured out of North Carolina, so it's obviously close on the East Coast. And so Carriage House gives a 1-year warranty on this, and they do request that you do maintenance on an annual basis with an oil-based product to seal it every year. But anything that's beautiful like this is obviously going to require quite a bit of maintenance, and this natural, beautiful tile door is stunning in person. I hope we can get some of the character in this to show up in the video, but if you're looking for something beautiful like this, thermally modified ash is what they told me this is, and it's a brand new product that they're offering. So this hardware is absolutely beautiful on it. They said they can have it break away so it doesn't hit the jam up at the top. So I just think it's really unique. They have a little base here and make it look very much like an entry door, and it's a garage door. So tell me what you think. All right, so the second door here at the CHI booth is the plank door. This is the cedar look and kind of an OG door, to be honest with you. They were one of the first ones to come out with this door, the plank look, and this cedar just took off and did very well. So we've done some videos on these before, but you can actually get the frameless glass in these and break it up even more if you want, or you can have the planks all the way through with no windows at all. But what's also popular with this door, and something that we've done here at Aaron Overhead Doors a lot, is the side windows going down the side, as we've shown in some of the other flush panel style doors. So check it out. All right, so if you're looking for a modern and unique door, not trying to completely break the bank like the door we showed you with the AMAR, but you still have a big budget and you want that modern, sleek look, this is a great option. So the top and bottom sections are actually a smooth flush, and then the middle sections are glass on this one. But we can break this up however we want. So if we want to put glass in the top or glass on every section, you can do that. This is also insulated. We have insulated with urethane, and then you can get windows on the inside, so you can have full vision out from inside the garage. CHI Sterling, probably one of the most expensive doors on the market, but still not the most expensive. If you're looking for a high-end garage door and you buy from Aaron Overhead Doors, you've probably already seen the Canyon Ridge from Clopay. We're huge fans of this door. There's so many different designs, but here's our modern design with breakup of windows, and it's just really sleek and clean. I think you guys are gonna like this, but there's literally a million different designs you can go with. We have one of these doors in a different style in our showroom in Milton, and so you can schedule an appointment and go check it out. But take a look at this modern Canyon Ridge door from Clopay. Hey guys, as you know, Aaron Overhead Doors is the king of full view glass doors in the Southeast, and this door right here from Clopay actually changes from clear to transparent. And I'm gonna tell you that we have this conversation with our customers and all of the interior designers that we work with, and this is one of the biggest challenges. We want the full view glass door, but we don't know if we wanna go with something clear or frosted, and in this case, you can have both. So if you wanna show off your cars with the clear, or if you have a junky garage door and you want it frosted, you can have either one you want, and you can change it on your own. All right, this one's for my interior design friends. You guys always come up with the impossible task, and I've got a solution for you because we've had so many of you guys ask for a full view glass door without the track. The Vertistack is going to meet your needs. It's going to keep it clean on the inside, but you're going to have the ability to have that modern full view look. I'm going to show you how this operates, and there's no track, so it's not overhead. It actually goes all up into this little section here. Now, Air and Overhead Doors has already installed these. You have to have a really professional company that knows what they're doing about this, because it's not an easy install. It's more of a commercial type install, and our team is prepared. We've installed one of these, and it's absolutely beautiful. Customer was super happy. I think if you go with this door, you're gonna love it, and you're gonna have all the headroom you need. This is gonna be great for restaurants, homes, garages, whatever you need. This one's perfect. Hey guys, this is Ryan with Air and Overhead Doors, and for our commercial clients, I've got something for you here. And I have Adrienne to tell us a little bit about it. She's from Clope, and we get requests from this, and I don't think a lot of people know about it. So I want to bring some awareness and show you guys what we're doing.
Yeah, so this is our smoke shield elevator product. It really is a designer's dream, because they are allowed to then not have to necessarily have that elevator lobby requirement. So typically you'll see some elevators off to the side, you have different doors and stuff like that. This actually goes right across the front of an elevator, and it eliminates the smoke to go up the elevator shaft without having to have all that extra design things around it.
Yeah, so aesthetically it's better.
Yes.
And then it also works really well. And you said the graphics that are on it are on both sides, right?
So as you can see, the graphics, first of all, it's a clear curtain. So if you're coming into a floor, you see what's happening. If you have a firefighter coming up the elevator in an emergency situation, they can actually see what's happening on the other side. We have graphics to be able to push to make the door go back up. And we also have the manual handle on the bottom as a sort of belt and suspenders approach. Someone can get out of here if they need to.
That's awesome. If you guys are interested in a smoke screen for your elevator, contact Air and Overhead Doors. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, and we can install these pretty much all over the country. So let us know. Really excited to show you guys the new Genie 3120 HL. So this just got released recently, and it is on the market already. Some of the improvements they made on this, as you can see, is the 360-degree light, which is a huge improvement. Previously, we used to have to use bulbs, and this gives like a more well-balanced lighting in the garage. This is a really popular feature that's been kind of introduced over the last few years. And so this is definitely something that we wanted to highlight here at the show to show you guys. We've been installing the 3120 for a very long time, and we're very happy with it. It's just a great operator. When we ask people what they're looking for in their garage door opener, because they have so many features out now, most people just say they wanted to go up and down. This does that very well at an affordable price, but it also has tons of great features that you're gonna love. I also want to show you the wall button. They upgraded that because there was a complaint from me and a couple other people about the button, and it's been corrected. Let me show it to you. Now with the 3120, you can get this new upgraded wall button. One thing that I feel like Genie does very well is they listen to feedback regarding complaints or whatever, right? Always improving their product. And so one of the things that I have a problem with my Genie at my house, and we complain about, and some of our customers complain about, is the responsiveness on the push of the button to open and close the door. They corrected that with this new wall control panel. It's very responsive. You can feel it now, and that's great. And one thing that they did not do away with, which I'm really excited, is the delay close. So you can press the button, you have time to exit the garage before it starts to go down. All right, guys, you guys know Haas because we're huge fans of Haas, and we're here to show you some of the latest product that they've just rolled out, and one that they haven't rolled out, but they're displaying that I'm really excited about. So check this door out. This is a plank door, which has become extremely popular in the garage door industry, and they did the print a little bit different. So this is like a reverse print where they went dark on the door, and then they went light with the lines. And the advantage to this is On some of the other plank doors, you lose some of the wood grain when you get further away from the door. So this really just makes it pop even from a distance, which helps the door a lot, just stand out and stick out with better curb appeal. This black is absolutely beautiful. And then we're gonna show you a light, I'm gonna call it like a light oak, but it's like a light door with this same print on it that's absolutely beautiful. We also have different window options. You can go big, you can go skinny. These are awesome. The side windows just gives it that real like modern feel, and you can customize these windows to be really big or really small, and we'll show you some of those in a second. All right, so I promised you the lighter color, and this is it. It really pops. I like it a lot. I think there's some colors that this would do really well on, even to the point where you have maybe the off-white paint on your home. I think this could do well with that, or even a darker paint. This would do well with that. But we did mention the different types of windows. You can see that these windows are a little bit more sleek, and there's more of them, just kind of breaking the door up a little bit more. And I don't know, I like it. What do you think? All right, so those doors are available now, but this one is a sneak peek for something that's not even ready to be ordered yet, but it will be in the next 30 to 60 days. Let me introduce you to this sleek flush panel door with no texture on it. This is the future of garage doors, in my opinion. We get so many people who want these flush panel doors, but don't want the texture on the door. This is a 20 gauge commercial grade garage door, and you can put these windows on it to just give it that like really sleek look. If you want to do this door without windows, it's still absolutely beautiful, but this is a sneak peek of something that's not even out yet. So if you're interested in one of these, you can contact us, and as soon as it's available, we can get you a quote and get it installed for you. Hey guys, Ryan here at the Horman booth, and I've got Robbie with me, who's a product expert on this. We do a ton of parking garages, and this is a great application for that. So I'm gonna have Robbie here tell you a little bit about this product and why it's so great for parking garages.
Thank you. So this is our HDCD 2530. It's our low headroom parking door. Reason I mentioned parking is in low headroom applications, which most parking facilities are, you don't have a lot of space. So this header only needs 13 inches. The other needs in the parking industry would be obviously speed, impactability, and safety. So as you can see here, typically our HDCD 2530 runs at about 30 inches a second, depending on size, but that's about the average, I would say. And standard features would be a red-green light advance, just for traffic and whatnot. Inside, you'll have an in-guide light curtain, so the door cannot come down on a vehicle. And we always recommend adding motion presence sensors both sides to add a bit of safety along with activation.
Awesome. And warranty.
Warranty. So on the motor, I should have mentioned earlier, this is our end-all be-all for parking. We use a chain drive motor. It's a 5-year, 1 million cycle warranty. The curtain is actually a lifetime warranty on the 1/4 inch SBR rubber. So
very nice. And how does this compare to maybe other applications that you guys have for parking garages? Is this the primary option for parking garages, or do you have some other options as well?
Yeah, we also in mid-rise, not as high-rise, like in the 400 plus stall parking, this is what I like to recommend all the time.
Yeah.
In lower rise condos and whatnot, we do go to our Steel Ranger, Speed Guardian, things like that. So we do have other options, definitely.
Absolutely. So we install a lot of the Steel Ranger. We love it. We think it's just a great door, like overall. Mm-hmm. Tell me the primary difference between the Steel Ranger and this, if someone's trying to compare some of the pros and cons of each.
Yeah. So the Steel Ranger is another great door. Works very well, as I mentioned, in a lot of parking applications. It is a rigid door. So the drawback to that is if it's hit, you're in for slats, downtime, sometimes security charges. So where the rubber door became very popular in parking is the impactability. Of course, you never want a door getting hit, but if there's an industry that they hit doors, it's parking. So even if the door is damaged, which is very rare, I will say a bottom bar gets damaged, you can have the door open and not secure for the time being, but you can have it open where people can get out, parking garages being one door, one entrance, one exit, in minutes. And more times than not, you have the door operational in that same amount of time. So it's very seldom you'll have a down door from an impact in parking.
Yeah. And that's what I love most about this product, is because it will get hit. It's not a matter of if, really, it's just when. And so if you can have a breakaway where you can kind of just put it back in the track and continue to operate it, or nothing's more frustrating for a HOA or whatever to have an exit completely shut down where people can't come and go to work. It's extremely disruptive, and then you're really at the hands of the door company how quickly we can get out there and assess the damage, and then sometimes we got to order parts to correct it. So this is a great option if you want to keep things moving and keep it going. It is a bit of a bigger investment than the Steel Ranger, but it's a great option. So can we just run this one or two more times?
And if you can pay attention a little bit to the red-green light advance, pardon me. So you'll see there's some features that are set up on this one specifically. So there's a pre-warn on this door, give you a 3-second flash with flashing red while in motion. Once the door is fully closed to the close limit, it becomes a solid red. So as it's opening, goes back to your flash. Once it hits that open limit, full green. And there's a lot of variability and things you can do, but that's probably my most common that I use in parking garages.
Awesome.
There's a lot you can do with that.
Is there a limit on remotes or
No
access?
No, so it all depends which ones you choose, but there are different receivers, things like that, to get more high volume and whatnot. So.
All right, so if you're running an HOA and you're looking for a great solution that's going to give you literally no downtime if someone hits the door, this is the best solution on the market. Hey guys, Ryan here at Aaron Overhead Doors, and today I've got a really unique and interesting product that's just hitting the market from a company you probably already know and love called New Age. Now, I'm familiar with New Age just because of their garage storage stuff, and we see a lot of their storage when we're installing high-end garage doors for people. But they've created a sectional door that actually collapses up and avoids having to have the track. So you guys saw in one of our other videos, the Clopay door. That door is specifically for a full view glass door. The advantage we have with this is they have the ability to do a sectional door that's not full vision. So you can make this solid or not solid with glass going down the side, so many different ways. But they have different colors that you can get on the sections. And so if you want privacy and you still want that folding technology where it doesn't go back in the tracks, this is a really good solution. Now, I don't think they've brought it to market yet, and I think they're establishing some dealer networks, so I don't think we have the ability to sell that just yet, but we're going to work with them to become a dealer so we can sell and install these products. So if you're interested in this, check out AaronOverheadDoors.com, and we'll try to get it worked out to where you can have your own New Age folding door at your house. Hey guys, Ryan here with Aaron Overhead Doors, and when it comes to custom wood doors, we've always loved Ranch House out of Southern California, and it's because of their quality and attention to detail. So I've got Ralph here who runs Ranch House, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the process of how they make their wood doors.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we've been doing wood doors for over 30 years, and the evolution of wood doors, it continues to change. But people like having a difference. We started off in a garage doing wood doors when I was a kid myself. Like I think I was 17 years old, making garage door inserts, and that kind of evolved into making wood doors. But the wood doors started to really change in 2000, what happened in 2000 is like architects started asking for different design doors, non-raised panel doors. You know, it started off with all wood raised panel doors in the 80s, and then it evolved into the late 80s, became steel doors. The replication, it's always been a replication of wood doors. That's the evolution of the garage door industry. It's like, how do you replicate a wood door without any kind of maintenance?
Yeah.
We've continued to evolve with the wood door industry, and we're always making a wood door, something unique. Anything from all the new products that are coming out, these thermalized products, to man-made woods, or even traditional wood. We still get requests, and that's what our bread and butter is making wood doors.
Can you tell us a little bit about the most popular wood species that you guys work with?
Well, from a manufacturing standpoint, cedar is always going to be the best. You could go out to Dallas and see old 200-year-old cabins, and cedar still just lasts. It just doesn't rot. Cedar is always going to be the best wood. But what we have seen lately is like the contrasting woods being really popular, such as like the hardwoods, like a rift oak, like you can see over here on this door.
Yeah,
we have white oak. It's typically like we usually do rift white oak, but this one's a standard mixed grain white oak because it's so busy, and I didn't want to spend the money for rift, so you did
it's a display.
Yeah, it's just a display. It's so busy, people are not going to notice the fine vertical lines. Wood, the fiber.
Awesome. What are some of the biggest trends that you're seeing over the next year or two when it comes to custom wood doors? I know you mentioned this, but are there any other trends that you're thinking are going to probably become really popular?
Well, it's the trend, the technology of the siding industry for the housing market, like the thermalized woods, the technology of like a Koya woods that has like a 50-year warranty on this wood. It's like you can get wood without the wood falling apart. And so we're seeing woods like this back southern door, Koya. It's a man-made wood. It has a 50-year warranty. So it's like we sell that all the time. I used to tell people, it's like, the next time we get a warranty, I'll be underground before you ever call me back.
Right.
Because it's just the great woods that the Europeans have been giving us this technology of making woods last. But, cedar and it's always an easy go-to.
Yeah.
You can let cedar go, it'll gray out, you stand it, restand it, and it comes back to life. You let other hardwoods go, then it becomes a maintenance issue.
So when we talk about the process of ranch house, and when you get an order in, are you guys mass producing things and using machines, or are there like humans that are actually making these doors for you?
We do a combination of both. There's always going to be that hand craftsmanship element. Every one of our wood doors is going to be handcrafted. We do use our technology. We have CNC machines to help create moldings, V-grooves. We've always incorporated a certain technology to help us cut out labor time. But for the most part, it's always going to be handcrafted. Like the molders. If you notice that this trendy of this door, it's kind of like a channel profile door. It's super popular, but you don't see any fasteners here. It's because the way we mold the woods. It's easy to take strips and nail it, but you're not going to see any of that. So people are thinking, is this real? Because it's so clean.
Right.
Every door that we produce is unique. And we make sure we mass produce it. We're mass producing customization is what we're doing. So we have long-time skill set laborers that have been in the company for a long time. We've all been doing this for like 30 years. And the evolution is that we will always have that niche of like customization. We always tell people that we're like a wood door concierge service, right? So big companies, the big gorillas that are mass producing steel doors, they can measure by the minute, right? And that's how they're like, they don't want the labor, in fact.
Right.
We're the complete opposite. We love labor. We choose to do heavy labor products, so we can do unique, odd things all the time. We get,
So like this, because like you're in the garage door business, but you also can make a matching front door, which is a pretty popular request, right?
Well, the two greatest return on investments is going to be a garage door and an entry door.
Right.
Because that's what we like. We like that attractive appeal, driving up going, wow, look at the contrast on our display. And what we've done is we started off doing all garage doors, and then for years and years, like, can you do an entry door? Can you do an entry door? So we had to evolve over to the entry door world. So these are like a big, massive pivot door. It's actually, it's quite fun doing these doors because they're so beautiful. Our brains are programmed to love doors, meaning that we're talking thousands of years. The castles always had the biggest door showed that, they were strong, right? And so when we come home, we like to see just a massive door coming in, and that's what we've kind of jumped into, from a massive garage door into an elegant front entry door. Nice. Yeah.
And so this is true wood,
True wood.
and then we have tricoya over here, right?
So over here, we have our we got coming from our wood doors now over to our steel door line. So we partnered up with a European group, and that we decide to join and use their product line on this polyurethane doors, specifically because it's a high-end door. And like, what do you mean high-end door? My market niche, all our customers are high-end.
Yeah.
Right? So if that's my market demographic, why can't I just bring in the best steel door available just as an option?
For sure.
And so what we did is we choose a steel door and use our labor to put material on top, such as like tricoya. This thing's 50-year warranty on top of a steel door. It's for that person that says, I don't want a wood door. I don't want the maintenance. Well, they can let it go.
Right.
And then they want to repaint, they repaint it. But if they don't want to paint it, they don't have to.
So you're saying that the door, the steel part, and the tricoya part, it really requires no maintenance.
It's going to be the best steel door overlay you could ever do.
Okay. And is it adhesive that's connecting these two?
Adhesive, yeah.
Okay.
That's the only
Is the adhesive protected for 50 years as well?
The wood is. Okay. The adhesive could always fail.
Yes.
But it's just to kind of give a peace of mind that the wood is not going to swell. Like, there's certain exterior, let's call it exterior MDF products. If you don't sand and seal the ends, it could possibly swell.
Yeah, and those don't do well in our environment in Atlanta because of the humidity and the moisture in the air. So that MDF product's probably a no-go for us.
Yeah, so speaking of like what really works and what I found attractive is I have a bottle of this stuff from 14 years ago. It's underneath. It's still this exterior tricoya product, along with this Akoya. It's infused with this technology that's impervious to us taking in moisture, so it never swelled. So we figured, why not put the best possible product on top of a best smooth steel product available on the market? And we're creating this. So it's for that person that wants that wood door look, but is afraid of maintenance.
That's awesome. Beautiful product. And just want to give a shout out to Ranch House. We've been selling their doors for quite some time. And if you're looking for a custom wood door in the Southeast region, make sure you contact Aaron Overhead Doors. When it comes to garage door openers, because I love innovation and things that can do a million different things like a Swiss Army knife, the Sommer garage door opener is one of my favorite. This is the Sommer 2060, and it can lift a door up to 600 pounds. They have a 2080 version that can lift the door up to 1,100 pounds. And the cool thing about this is there's like a gazillion plus one accessories that you can buy on it. So it literally is the Swiss Army knife. So I'm going to tell you firsthand, if you have carriage swing out doors that open like French, this is the best solution I've seen on the market by far. A lot of people are trying to use like gate operators or swing out door operators that are specific to that. I've still never seen a solution that I feel like works as well as the Sommer operator for that. And then I've won so many deals from the flexibility of how to install this operator and things like that when it comes to the Sommer. So I highly recommend this operator. I'm gonna let Roman, who is with Sommer, tell you a little bit about why this opener is different than most other openers on the market here in the US.
Yeah, so the thing that really sets it apart is it's not chain or belt drive. We call it direct drive because the motor pulls itself along a fixed chain. So you end up with less moving parts, which equals better longevity, quieter operation, and also smoother. So they're built to last. They're designed for 125,000 cycles, which is pretty exceptional for the North American market. But also the modularity. If you can dream of a feature, the answer is probably yes.
I just saw somebody in a Facebook group in the Atlanta area post something about how they needed the door to vent for a certain amount of time. And I had recommended, or maybe it was a Facebook group or whatever that we're in, but I had recommended this because you guys have features that can actually have the door vent open up like a couple inches and then close back over a certain time.
Yep.
Can you speak to that?
So we have a humidity sensor that senses humidity inside and outside of the garage. If the humidity inside the garage rises to 80%, so the factory default is 80%, it'll raise the door 5 inches, keep it open either till the humidity hits 70%, or until it's been open for 2 hours, or until the temperature in the garage hits freezing, then it closes automatically. And all of those parameters can be adjusted differently based on what your needs are.
And if you're in the Atlanta market like we are, you definitely understand about humidity. And so all that moisture inside the garage can wreak havoc too on certain things. So
mold is a big thing.
Mold is a huge thing. And so this definitely helps out with that. So thank you for telling us about the 2060. So we have 2060 and 2080. This can be installed like a normal trolley, which we'll show you, and it can be side mounted above or below the track, right?
That's right.
So many different applications, so many different accessories. And like you said, if you can think of it, they probably have figured it out and have developed an add-on for it.
I run my Christmas lights in my house. They're my night lights. I use in my operator so I can run them with a remote.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. Such a custom garage door opener and one that's gonna last a long time. They're Germans. They've engineered the snot out of this thing, so I can tell you firsthand that it's built really well. I flew out to Germany to check out their facility, and they have one of the most impressive facilities with testing. How many times are you guys running these things?
125,000 cycles before they can go to production.
125,000 cycles before a garage door opener can go to production. That's crazy.
So another thing I do at my house, you know, you give your kids the code to your keypad, and then your kids tell their friends. Well, I have a fingerprint scanner in my house because my kids can't give away their fingers.
That is true. Listen, I'm telling you, we could probably stay here for an hour talking about all the accessories. It's really cool. I have figured out the, I've seen the fingerprint. Do we have it here?
There's one, yep.
Yeah, so we'll show it to you. You probably see it now on the B-roll. But again, so many features. If you can dream it, or if you have an issue with your current garage door opener and you want something, you can dream it up. Check out a Sommer, call Aaron Overhead Doors, and we'll see if we can make it happen for you. Hey guys, Ryan here with Aaron Overhead Doors, and one of the biggest complaints we have with garage doors is water intrusion getting underneath, especially with homes when uneven concrete. It's literally impossible to keep water from going wherever it wants to go until now. Roman from Sommer is going to share a little bit about this door and how it stops water intrusion.
So we have a flood barrier that fastens to the front of a door, chemical adhesion, with wedges on the sides so that it's sealed up to 20 inches. So this will withhold 20 inches of water, 0 of infiltration, for 13 days.
So like, we're not just talking about a little bit of rain. We're talking about flooding.
Flooding.
But it could also be to stop just your normal puddling.
For sure. If you have a driveway that slopes up and you have a drainage system that gets blocked occasionally, this is a good solution. Always armed. You don't have to arm it if you've got a flood coming. That's the advantage of this one.
I mean, I see people so often putting stuff down on the ground, or, you know, you have people try so many different things, thresholds.
Right, like an inch and a half.
I just have not seen a really good solution that just works. This is solving one of the greatest problems we have with garage doors, and especially when it comes to water intrusion. So we can get this through Air and Overhead Doors. You can contact us and we will sell and install the door for you and get everything situated. Anything else you want to share?
I would say that it's not the solution for everywhere. It's not necessarily a cheap solution. So there may be other ways to mitigate it, but definitely when you have flooding, this is always working. It's always there, always sealed.
Awesome. Well, there you go. This is going to stop all the intrusion of the water in the event of flooding up to
20 inches.
20 inches. So check it out, Air and Overhead Doors. All right, again, for our commercial clients, wanted to show this Somer commercial operator, and I'm going to let Roman from Somer tell a little bit about it. This is brand new.
Yes, brand new. Actually not fully available in the U.S. yet because we're working on the UL listing. But this is a 230 volt single phase operator with soft start and stop. It's got a frequency converter in it, so it lets it have soft start and stop. It's done usually as a jack shaft, but in this case it's adapted to the Gigaline rail, which is a commercial rail built for really tight spaces. It'll fit in an inch of headroom above your high arc.
Which solves a ton of problems.
Especially with multi-tenant parking because those garages tend to be low. And this one does really well at high cycle. It's got Teflon in the slider. The chain runs in Teflon. It's silent. We can run it.
So quiet, low headroom, and then what's the cycle count we're thinking for the operator?
So I actually don't know what the cycle, it's rated for 60%, which means it can run as many cycles as it can run in 36 minutes is how many cycles it's rated for per hour, 24 hours a day. Typically, especially if you speed it up, that's probably in the neighborhood of 60, 70 cycles an hour.
And it can handle that with no problem. So maybe like garages, like parking garages, things like that?
This is for, yeah.
Okay. So high traffic areas, low headroom, like this is going to be a beast for that. And there's not really like a perfect solution in the world for this. So you're solving a pretty big problem right now with these things.
Yes, it's a niche problem, but when you have the problem, there's not a good way to solve it.
Right.
And we're solving it really well. And while the motor itself is not available yet because of the UL listing, the Gigaline rail can be adapted to other types of direct drive commercial motors. So it can be used with, say, Black Lion engineering or iControls from Canada, for example.
Okay.
That can be adapted to it.
Now, I know it's not in the US yet, but do you have an idea of what the warranty is going to be on this thing?
I actually don't know what the warranty is on the commercial. We'll find that out.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be on all the marketing material.
You should run it though, so you can see the soft start and stop. So it's on a short travel.
Oh wow!
There you can see, and you can't hear it.
That's the quietest commercial operator I've ever seen.
Exactly. There's no chain noise because of the Teflon.
And I will tell you, in multifamily parking garages, noise is a problem.
Is a really big deal.
So you're solving another problem.
Exactly.
So this thing solves a ton of problems for parking garages that are underneath like multifamily or even businesses, because the operators that you're normally using, number one, the rails are really beefy. It's hard to get low headroom stuff in there. And then there's just tons of vibration coming from the actual unit itself.
I was gonna say there's noise and there's vibration, and this one has almost none of either.
Wow, leave it to Somer. They breaking into the U.S. market with this commercial operator. So if you are an HOA, multifamily, or a commercial building, and you need something that's quiet, and this solves so many problems, this is going to be a good operator for you. And I can promise you, it's going to be tested very well. Can you tell us a little bit about the testing you've gone through? I flew out to Germany to check out their facility, and I've never seen anything tested more than this. Can you share a little bit about how ready this thing's going to be when it hits US?
Oh, it's going to be ready to go. We're already installing it in every market except the US and Canada because of the UL listing. So it's already tried and proven for the field.
Yeah. So there's not even any additional testing needed. Just having to jump through the hoops of UL.
Yeah, so there's some components, for example, you have high voltage and low voltage that are too close together in the box. You have to have a different type of box for UL plastics. That's the kind of thing that has to happen in development to enable it for UL testing. And once UL testing is ready to sell.
Perfect. Now, all your other operators and residential side has all these components and accessories that you can add to it that are amazing.
Yes.
Are some of those going to be compatible with this operator as well?
Absolutely.
Are you serious?
Yeah, of course.
So give me some ideas of some of the accessories that would be great with this.
So for example, memory slots for radio are 40, but you can add a plug-in memory slot that expands it to 450, but it's also your backup memory. So if you have a circuit board that fries, power strike, lightning strike, power surge, just take the memory off the old circuit board, put it on the new one, everything is there.
So you don't have to get all the remotes from all the tenants to reprogram hundreds of remotes.
Exactly.
Oh my God, you just solved another crazy problem. This is great.
And we have Codemasters, so transmitter management solutions where you can replace remotes without having to delete them or get all the remotes together again to delete stuff. And so lots of external lighting.
I mean, listen, there's really no limit, but if you're looking for a great operator for that type of application, I can guarantee you this is going to be a really good one. I've known this company for a really long time. Not only do they build great products, but they back them up. So great warranties, I'm sure, are going to come with this. And so if you're looking for something like this, you're in the Southeast, check out Aaron Overhead Doors. All right, guys, so another thing that's not available yet, it's a prototype being on display here, is the Sommer side mount operator. And as you know, I'm a huge fan of side mount operators, but as you can see here, this is very sleek. One of the biggest challenges with side mount operators is most of them need about 8.5 to 10 inches of side room. And as you can tell, this one's really compact. Now, this may not be exactly what it looks like when they release it, but if it looks anything like this, it looks like you only need about 4.5, 5 inches, which would make it the slimmest fit side mount operator in the market. And so for those people who don't have a lot of side room, this would be the perfect operator. Now, Sommer's really good at engineering and building trolley operators, and they have operators like this overseas, and it's going to be available to you here in the US very soon. I don't have a date yet, but what I can tell you is when I pressed them for some information, this operator should be able to lift on a base model roughly 1,000 pounds or more, which is amazing. So if you have a really heavy garage door and you need a great side mount operator to lift it, this one might end up being the best one as soon as it hits the market. So make sure if you are in the market in the next maybe 3 to 6 months, hopefully, because they won't give me a date on release yet, this might be one to check out. So if you're interested in a Sommer side mount operator, make sure you contact Aaron Overhead Doors. All right, so we may be nerding out a little bit here, but these things are important to us, and we do tons of research and innovation in the garage door industry, and with that comes the parts, because the parts make up all the door when you put them together. And one of the things that I've got to brag on is my favorite hinge. This hinge from Service Spring is absolutely silent. There's no metal on metal contact, and it's the quietest hinge on the market. Hinges can screech and squeal and be one of the loudest parts of the garage door. So if you're looking to reduce your sound of the garage door, this is a great place to start with some ball bearing nylon rollers. So Aaron Overhead Doors sells these packages all the time. And so if noise is an issue and your neighbors are frustrated every time you open your garage door, or you're embarrassed by how loud it is, this is the solution. We can get this done for you. Call us, Aaron Overhead Doors. All right, I'm gonna show you the difference in noise between a standard hinge that comes from the manufacturer and one of these quiet hinges. Huge difference. This is why we use this hinge and why it sells so well. All right, guys, so not all springs are equal, and I know this may not be super important to everyone, but it is to Aaron Overhead Doors. And so I'm holding right here a Duramaster spring from Service Spring. Service Spring manufactures these springs here in the United States, and one of the great things about it is it has a longer life, even with the same, what we call IPPT. So the manufacturers typically make a garage door and all the parts for a minimum of 10,000 cycles. When you buy these from Aaron Overhead Doors, they have a 5-year warranty, which is the longest warranty I've seen in the garage door industry. But the great thing about these is with a 10,000 cycle spring, David Mount, which is one of the greatest trainers in the United States for garage doors, tested these and it went over 40,000 cycles. So you could be paying a normal price for a spring and it could last 4 times the regular life. And this is why you buy springs from Aaron Overhead Doors.